Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Life Gets Better by Change, Not by Chance. My name is Tara, and please help me welcome my two co hosts, Sewit and Jacky. Hey, guys.
Hello, hello.
I am very excited about today's episode. We're going all the way to the other side of the world. This special guest is a well-traveled person. He's a globe guy. He loves to travel.
Yeah.
His day job is in the financial services, but his side hustle is the online business. He's a mentor and a coach. Been running this online business for a couple of years now. Please help me welcome Ivan. Hello, Ivan. And
Hello.
so grateful that you're here with us
Good day,
today.
Australia. Good day, Australia. So,
Good day.
Welcome, Ivan. Thanks for joining us. I guess
My pleasure.
the first question is going to be from me, and I've personally been following you and your journey while you've been doing the online business because you're very active. I've learned a thing or two from what you've been doing. I guess my first question is, when you did start this business of being an online entrepreneur a couple of years ago, what were you thinking in terms of what were your thoughts of when you thought of getting a side hustle and a second income?
So that's really interesting because we weren't actually looking for an online business. We actually didn't know what we wanted to do. We just knew we needed to generate more money, right? Okay, so winding back a few months before that, I kind of got my pension statement, like my pension forecast. What you're gonna get on your pension when you retire, and it was pretty pathetic. I'll be honest, right? For some reason, this particular one, it made us think. Hang on a second, how are we going to maintain our lifestyle when we retire? Right, that was it, right? Because we love to travel, like you say. We have our YouTube channel. We love traveling. We film it all. We just love traveling. That's our thing. And the cost of travel was getting more and more expensive. And when I retire, because I'm 51 now, so it's only like 15, 16 years away in theory. If I stayed in my job, so it's not a long time away. And it was kind of like, when I retire, we want to do more travel, because my partner is quite a bit younger than me, so he won't be at retirement age. So I definitely see him stepping back and going part-time or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So we needed money to travel. And even if mortgage and everything's paid off, it wasn't going to be enough. So we needed something else. And then bizarrely, what happened is Ryan was just on Facebook, right, as we all were. And an ad popped up in his feed. All right. At the time, I couldn't understand the link to why, because obviously we know the way that the algorithms work, and it's kind of like once you start looking for something, you get bombarded with whatever.
Yeah.
But we hadn't done that, but the ad was travel. It was a travel themed ad, which I think is why it connected us to it. And we've never looked back. So in our wildest dreams, I never expected to find a side hustle that was so flexible that we could take with us when we traveled, but also that taught us every single thing that we needed to know, because we'd never done it before. We'd never worked online. I mean, most people haven't, have they? And we had no clue whatsoever. So one of the things that attracted us was the fact that the training was step by step, and we had a personal coach and a mentor, because that felt really reassuring. It was like a comfort blanket, knowing that you've got a physical person that you can contact when you've got a question. So there you go.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you pretty much answered my question, but so why this business community, Ivan? I mean, obviously there are a lot of other online opportunities. Obviously the ad popped up. You must have done your due diligence. So why what's so special about this community?
I get it. And that's another, well, I won't say it's interesting, but it's weird the way that your mind and processes happen when you see something that you it just, when something just feels right, and you know, we all have a gut, and you all have a gut feeling, right, and intuition, whatever you want to call it, and our gut feeling, my gut feeling, the intuition all said this was right, all said this was the right thing to do, right? Looking back now, right, and I'm not an actively religious person. I do believe in God and stuff, but I do believe that we were guided and presented with this opportunity. I absolutely do. I absolutely do, right? And when I think back as to what we went through, we just watched the workshop like everybody else did. I didn't join straight away. It took me 24 hours, or maybe 36 hours, before I physically paid the $149 to join the program. But once I joined the program, right, it became, I was like, oh my God, this is like, wow, right? That's exactly what I said. And then, so I was then in the community. So I messaged a couple of people and I said, "Is this for real? I was like searching for people in the UK, and I was saying, I'm seeing all this, and is this really what I'm seeing?" And everyone just kept saying the same thing. Yes, it is. Right? Just go with it. Right? Watch your videos. You won't regret it. Right? If you've been looking for a business, this is the business. And everyone pretty much said the same thing. And that's what happened to me in that 24, 36-hour period after I joined. And then I booked my call. And I knew I was starting before I even had my call. Right? I did. I knew I was starting. Right? The question what I didn't know was how. The strategy. Right? But there is nothing like this opportunity. There is nothing like this out there, right? At all, right? And I will stand up in a court of law and argue until the last breath leaves my body, right? That there is nothing else like this online opportunity. Hands down, fact.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I can so resonate with you, Ivan, because I knew I'm starting this before my coaching call. So it was so weird because I had such a adrenaline run. Like, I was so excited and I was like, let's get on with this. Just let's get on with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely right. Ivan, when you had those 36 hours of, discussion with Ryan, what kind of this, because he found this opportunity, and when he brought to you the workshop or the ad he saw on Facebook, what was your reaction? The first reaction you...
So let's be clear, right? So Ryan didn't really bring anything to me. All he did was tag my name in the ad, and then he just walked away, right? Right? That's it. That's literally it. He literally just typed Ivan Henry, right? Clicked enter, and then that was it, right? It was all left to me, right? So he didn't bring anything to me, really. Let's be honest. But in that, the figuring out was around: is it really real? Is it like is it genuine, right? And because there are so many online opportunities out there, right? And there are so many, I guess, bluffers out there, and I get why people are skeptical, right? But ultimately, where we got to in that 36 hours was what are we actually risking here, right? We're risking $149, right? Which equates to about, I don't know, £110 in the UK, right? We would spend that, right, and more actually, if we went out for a meal. The two of us, right, to go out for a meal, right, have a bottle of wine, a few drinks, maybe a cocktail or two, right? We would spend more than that, right? So what the hell was I risking, right? So the answer to that question is nothing, right? Then when I discovered that it's risk-free, right, because they offer you a 30-day money-back guarantee, so that kind of just cemented the deal. It was like, well, hang on, Ivan, it's almost like slightly around the face. What about it? Do it. Just do it. So that's what we did. I ended up with a sore face because I kept doing that all day. Wake up, Ivan, sort your life out, and that's what happened.
That's good.
So I guess then, Ivan, for everybody else that's watching today, that's watching out there and listening to these stories, what advice have you got for them?
If anybody is if people are in the situation where they know they need to change something, that they're not quite happy with where they are in their life, whether that's personally, professionally, whatever it may be, financially, right? They are time poor, whatever their situation is. Starting a digital business, starting an internet business could absolutely be the answer to what they're looking for, right? And if that's the case, there is no better online opportunity than this one, right?
Yeah.
This is it, all right? Because of the reasons that I've said, right? That you get a personal coach and a mentor. You are guided every step of the way, literally every step of the way. And the fact that we literally do virtually everything, that all people need to do is advertise, and we teach you how to do that. We even give them the ads. We even as you go, the training site is filled with ads. They can just copy it. We make it so easy. So if anybody is seriously looking to work in the online space, this is it. It is absolutely it. And the commission structure that we have with our business is, there's nothing else like it, as we all know. And you know, there's no products, there's no selling. I mean, what other reasons does anybody need if they are serious about starting and investing in a business? And let's be clear, this is not get rich quick, right? So I'll say that again to anybody watching. This is not a get rich quick scheme. We're talking about starting a legitimate business, right? So with any business, it involves startup costs and running costs, all right? The thing that you need to remember is, if you were going to start a shop, right, you'd have rent, you'd have electricity, you'd have gas, you'd have to buy stock, you'd have insurances, you might need to hire someone to do something. None of those costs exist working online. And that's why it's so cheap to start a digital business. So anyone can do it. You don't need £50,000 or 50 or 100,000 Australian dollars to start a business. All right. Yes, you need money. You don't need that much. Right. And that's the thing. So for anybody thinking seriously about starting a business online, this is the opportunity. There is nothing else like it, and they should check it out.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
And you also, you don't need to be a tech savvy person either. You don't have to have prior business experience. On
that point, right? So as you'll all know, our oldest person in our business, I think she's 70. She might be 69, right? She might shoot me if I've got her age wrong.
She's 80. If you're talking about digital granny.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about Deborah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm talking about Deborah, right? So she didn't even have a Facebook account before she started this business, right? So let's say she was 65, right? Or when this was 4 years ago. She didn't even have a Facebook account, right? She had to ask her grandson to help her set up a Facebook account, right? She is now a powerhouse entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So what I will say to anybody is, if anybody's sat there thinking, no, I can't do it because I've never done it before. If a 65, 66, 67-year-old lady who didn't even have a Facebook account can set that up and start a digital business and now have the life that she has been working so hard all her life to have, right?
Exactly.
Anyone can do it. Anyone.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Absolutely. Thanks, Ivan. Really, really great insights, and I think this is one of the best episodes we are doing today, and people will going to definitely love this, because it's the things which you have shared on this episode is like the real insight about the business, real picture of the business, which people wanted to know, and once they will know it, they will going to take an action. And that's the reason, you talked about change. That's why we named this Life Gets Better by Change, not by chance, But I really appreciate for doing this for us. Thanks for coming over, brother.
You're very welcome.
I really appreciate. And anything you want to say, Tara and Sewit, before we let him go?
Thank you, Ivan. It's been absolutely lovely, following your journey. I will continue to do the same thing still, and we will continue watching you grow. So it's been a pleasure, and hopefully one day we get to meet you in real life. If you're ever in Sydney, give us a shout.
We were due there this year, but we couldn't for obvious reasons, right? And
I'm in Sydney. These guys are in Melbourne. So
Say
feel
again?
free to give us a call.
I will. Don't worry. When your country opens its borders in about 10 years'
Yes.
time, right? We'll be there. We'll meet in Starbucks. Okay.
Fantastic.
I'll have a venti skinny caramel macchiato. Thank you very much.
We'll
Thank
look
you,
forward
Ivan.
to it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving us the time. And I can't wait to see you reach all your goals and milestones in our community. We will be watching out and celebrating with you. Thank you so much and all the very best, and stay safe.
You too.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Ivan.
much. Take care, everybody.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
That was really nice.
Wow.
It was nice.
Fantastic one.
That
Yeah.
was nice.
You know,
Bang
I
on.
love seeing his travel photos, and he's
Yeah.
a well-traveled guy. He's right. Age is nothing but a number when it comes to life. Change. If you're looking for change, if you're
That's
stuck,
what I was telling you, Tara, other day. That age is just a number.
Yeah.
age is nothing but a number. And what are you trying
Don't
to
worry.
say, Jacky?
I know we will be celebrating your 50th birthday this year, but it's okay. It's
Oh
okay.
wow!
It's
Yeah, I
just
know. What
number.
can I say? What can I say? I look 21 for a 50-year-old.
What you got for us today, Tara? It's your turn. Come on, let's.
Yeah. I don't have my black book, but growth is painful.
Mhm.
Change is painful.
Mhm.
But nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere you don't belong.
Mm.
Yeah.
You spoke some heavy words today, Tara.
I know.
But we're not used to it either, It's a bit of a shock.
This lockdown is bringing all my talent out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unleashing all of it. Yeah. So, yeah, growth, change, everything is painful. But what's more painful is staying still, staying stuck.
Can I add one part to what Tara said?
Yep.
Sure, go ahead.
Always remember, starting is actually very easy, but continuing and being persistent and consistent is what's hard.
That's right. Determination, consistency is very important. Never giving up. Obviously, as entrepreneurs, we always we have hurdles. Obviously, in life, we've got hurdles. We just have to jump through them and keep our eyes on the goal.
Absolutely.
You see
Right?
that from episode 1 to episode 24, Tara got a lot of changes in her.
I'm getting there. I'm a work in progress, guys. You know that.
We all are work in progress. Life is all about
Exactly.
work in progress. Isn't it?
And we've
But
watched
thanks,
Tara
everyone.
grow as well.
Yeah, thanks
Not
everyone.
just
for
Ivan,
watching.
but we've also watched Tara grow.
Thank you, and all of you. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for a few more episodes. And please feel free to share this episode, all our other episodes. If you need to reach out to any of us,
It's
please
important.
do.
It's important. Please do share, because you never know who can take actions by watching this, who can get inspired, motivated by these stories, because the people who we trying to bring on this stage, on this interview, they are all hardworking individuals, couples, parents, grandmas, and
Everyday people, though. They're everyday people.
yeah, and they all are working hard for themselves and for their family. So please share if you are watching and get inspired and stay in action. Thank you, everyone. Love you.
Thank you.